As of 2024, the average person is spending 9 hours and 4 minutes on a screen every single day. That is 63 hours a week, more than 2,600 hours a year spent staring at a glowing rectangle. Yet, even though we are the most connected generation to ever exist, 46% of us say we feel burned out or exhausted almost all the time. The story you hear from everyone else is that you just need better sleep hygiene or a cleaner diet. But the observable reality is different. You can sleep for 10 hours straight and still wake up feeling like your brain is made out of wet concrete. But the truth is, you aren't actually sleepy. You're being harvested. Every time you unlock your phone, you're forcing your nervous system into a state of hyperarousal it was never built to handle. You are currently processing 34 gigabytes of information every 24 hours. That is more data in one day than your ancestors processed in an entire lifetime. This isn't relaxing. It's a digital hangover that resets every time you pull to refresh. Your brain is vibrating at a frequency it can't sustain, and the result is a total system crash that you've been mislabeling as being tired. Neurobiology shows us that for every dopamine spike you get from short form content, there is an equal and opposite dip. Because you're hitting that spike hundreds of times a day, your baseline has dropped. Now, in real life, the simple stuff like walking the dog or sitting in a classroom feels painfully heavy. It's not that the task is hard, it's that your brain is in a state of low level withdrawal. Reality can't compete with a feed that updates every 47 seconds. Your mind is basically shut down because it's bored of anything that doesn't give it an immediate hit. Then you have the invisible drain of decision fatigue. We make thousands of tiny, meaningless choices like which link to click or whether to reply to a DM. Literally depletes your mental battery. You're making these choices before you even had lunch. By 2 o'clock, your prefrontal cortex is out of fuel. You aren't lazy. You've been pickpocketed by an algorithm that already spent your entire day's supply of willpower while you're still in bed. There is also a psychological weight that you are carrying. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. This is the brain's tendency to remember unfinished tasks better than completed ones. In 2026, your life is full of open loops. It is the half-watched video, the 300 unread DMs, and the comment section argument that you never finished, and the homework assignment that you haven't started. Each one is a background program running on your mental operating system, sucking up on your power. You feel exhausted because your brain never actually closes for the night. It is too busy trying to keep track of 1,000 digital loose ends that actually don't matter. Biologically, we are living in a sensory cage. The World Health Organization reports that 81% of adolescents no longer meet basic physical activity requirements. We spend 90% of our time indoors looking at artificial light, looking at pixels 12 inches from our face. That blue light is suppressing your melatonin and shifting your internal clock by up to 3 hours. Your brain thinks that you're stuck in a void where nothing is happening, so it enters power save mode. It's turning off the lights because you aren't giving it a biological reason to stay awake. On a deeper level, your brain is literally losing the ability to create energy. When you stay sedentary for 9 hours a day, your mitochondria, the engines in your cells, become inefficient. They stop producing high levels of ATP because they don't think you need it. You have effectively trained your body to be a low wattage machine. You feel heavy because you have biologically adapted to a life of sitting still. You are like a car that has been sitting in a garage for 3 years. The engine is gunked up, the battery is dying, and you're wondering why it won't go 100 miles an hour when you finally step on the gas. The 8-hour sleep rule is a band-aid on a bullet wound. You don't need a nap. You need to stop the energy leaks. You have to realize that every time you reach for that screen to relax, you are actually signing up for more work. Try putting your phone in another room for 60 minutes of your day. You have to force your brain to face the silence before the noise starts. Remind your body that it is a biological entity and not a data processor. If you want your energy back, you have to stop paying for your entertainment with your life. If you resonate with the video and want to improve yourself, support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. This can spread the video to more people and let them be aware of how social media is making our lives more dull. I'll see you in the next video.